Hi, I'm Connor, and today I'll show you how to play Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, as it appears on their 1991 album Nevermind. Now this is a really straightforward song to learn, whether you're just getting started or have been playing for a while. I'll walk you through each section of the song step by step, and I've split this video into the different sections. But feel free to pause, rewind, or even slow this video down if you're having any trouble. Now this song's in E standard tuning, which is the regular tuning that you'll find across most songs for electric guitar. If you've not got a tuner, then I've linked a free online one in the description below. And if you're not sure on how to tune your guitar, I've got a video showing how to do it here. Alright, so let's get started with the intro and that main iconic riff. So what we're playing here is fairly straightforward. It sounds quite complicated because there's a lot of sort of right-hand rhythm action going on, but the chords themselves are just very straightforward power chord shapes. So if we start with the top string, the 6th string, and put your first finger on the 1st fret, and then the string below, the 5th, put your ring finger on the 3rd fret, and then the string below that, the 4th, put your little finger on the 4th fret. So you should have that sound. And all we're doing is, so down, up, down 3 times. And then instead of pressing your hand in, you're letting it sort of rest against the strings. So you're still keeping it in the same place, but you're just not putting that force on the strings to get that damp sound. So might take a little bit of practice, but that's basically what we're doing across this whole intro. The next chord is exactly the same shape as I said, but it's moved down a string. So you're moving all your fingers just down one string. So 1st fret of the 5th string, 3rd fret of the 4th, 3rd fret of the 3rd. And the rhythm for this one is, so I like to go down, down, up. And then at the end of that, we're going to take all our fingers off the fretboard and we're just going to play these 3 strings, 5th, 4th and 3rd. I did a lesson on Come As You Are, and that does a very similar thing. A lot of Nirvana songs do these sort of passing notes in between, sort of changing to different chords. It sounds a bit out of place when you play it by itself, but it does work in the sort of context of the song. So, and then what we're doing is we're taking this exact same shape again and we're moving it to the 4th fret of the 6th string, this top string. So 4th fret, 6th fret, 6th fret. And then we're doing down, up, down again. And that resting our hands against the string. So, and then we're moving down a whole string again. So everything's moving down a string. 4th fret of the 5th, 6th fret of the 4th, 6th fret of the 3rd. Now, the rhythm for this sort of second bit, slightly different to so we're not doing the snap back strumming. It's just 2 clean strokes down. So all together, that will sound like this. And then at the end of this, you're doing that 5th, 4th, 3rd strings again, all open, to get back to. As I said, it's fairly straightforward in terms of the actual, what your fretting hand's doing. It's just a lot of different sort of rhythm going on, and then resting your hand, getting that technique down. But if you can crack this, I mean, this is most of the song. It's intro and then the chorus as well. Now, as I said earlier, this song is divided, I think, fairly evenly between clean and distorted guitar. And the intro has 2 bars of clean, so and then here's where the distorted part comes in for that bit. No difference in the way that you play it, you just add in distortion. To get from the intro into the verse, all we're doing is on the last playthrough, we're going like this. Just 3 strums down on that last chord instead of... And that's it. Then we're kicking off our distortion and getting a nice clean sound so we can go... I've added some chorus to that. But this is literally all we're playing, these 2 notes. And what this is the 3rd string, 5th fret, and the 2nd string, 6th fret. There's really not much to say about this, other than the rhythm of it, when to come in, can be a bit tricky. So I would say listen along with the song to really get the timing right on that. But when you're playing it as well, I think it sounds best, and what they do in the recording is keeping your fingers like this, instead of letting them both notes ring out, just loosening your finger after you finish that first note. So there's clarity on the 2nd note, lets it ring out. All we're doing is, like, we're loosening our fingers for that. We're just loosening so that note just stops. We're no longer fretting it. Now we're on to the pre-chorus, which is exactly the same notes, just a slightly different rhythm and slightly different sound as well. So this is distortion comes in and chorus on the sound as well. And all we're doing is so you can probably work out what's happening there. All we're doing is we're playing that 3rd string, 5th fret twice. Just going like this. So 2 downstrokes and then a downstroke on the 2nd string, 6th fret. And like before, what I would say is keep your fingers in the same place. And you're just kind of almost like rocking your hand, not quite your hand, but your fingers between the active note. Just coming on and off the fretboard. so there's enough clarity of each note. You're not getting, because with the distortion added, that can get a bit messy. You want it nice and clean. So now we're at the chorus, which is exactly the same as that intro riff. No different at all, except it's all got distortion on it. All the way through. As I said, nothing different, but what I will say is just make sure you've got that rhythm down, so it's... especially that on the last one. It can be tempting to do, like copying the same rhythm there, but it's, at least that's what I'm hearing on the recording. It helps it, I think, stand out a lot more. But that's it for the chorus. So now we're on to the bridge, which can be a bit tricky. I think it's maybe the trickiest part of this song, but it's nothing that you can't get without a bit of practice. All we're doing is we're using a lot of the power chord shapes, but we're just moving around a lot quicker and throwing a string bend in as well. So this is how that sounds. It sounds quite ugly by itself, but with the bass, it works in context of the song. So, as I said, a lot of power chord shapes. So we're doing that first shape again. That's part of that riff. All we're doing is 2 down on that. And then we're moving to an E minor shape, which is still technically a power chord. All we're doing is, if we move our fingers, slide it down 1 fret, we've got an open string at the top, and then 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd fret, to get that sound. So, and we're going 1, 2, 3. And then back to this shape on the 1st fret, the top string, power chord. And then we're just sliding up 1 fret to the 2nd, keeping the shape exactly the same. And that's that first phrase. Now we're throwing in a string bend as well, and the best way that I think to do this is, you can see my middle finger's free while I'm fretting this chord, and I'll be fretting the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, doing a half bend, so bending that string upwards, pushing it upwards, not quite reaching a pitch of the 4th fret, like a half bend. Now, what I suggest is listening along with the song, because you're going to want to hear, it's the pitch that Kurt Cobain the singer hits when he's singing Yeah. You don't want to overbend, because that won't sound right. It's a bit of muscle memory that you'll have to build up. But yeah, moving from that 2nd fret power chord shape, just transitioning middle finger, 3rd fret, 3rd string, and then pushing up to get that half bend. So that's the first bit. The second part of that phrase is, again, really easy. So we're starting off on that F power chord, but we're just doing one stroke down this time. So before we did, and all we're doing is, so one stroke to that E minor shape, 0, well, open string on the top, second fret, and then back to that F shape. Then after that, so we're going to the 6th fret, exactly the same power chord shape, 6th fret of the top string, and then 8th on the ones beneath it. 2 strokes down, moving down a fret to the 5th, exactly the same shape, moving down to the 4th. Really, really straightforward movement. So now we're on to the solo, and like everything else in the song, is very, very straightforward. It just follows the vocal melody that you've been hearing throughout the verses. I'll play it for you now. I'll put on some distortion and chorus like it uses in the song. Really, really straightforward. So I'll break it into 2 parts. We've got this first bit and then that second part. So this first part, we'll start on the 3rd string on the 5th fret. And I think it's best to use your middle finger for that. And then we're going to the 4th fret of the 2nd string right underneath. And best to use your first finger, I think. And then we're going to the 6th fret of the 2nd string. I'll let's use my little finger. So after that, we're going to go down to the 1st fret of the 3rd string. And then that's going to take us to the 4th fret of the 2nd string. And we're going to play that twice. But on the second time, we're going to bend till we're reaching the pitch of the 6th fret. So we're doing a bend and return. So that gives us, so far we've got, then we're going to go to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Then the 1st fret, and then we're going to go to the 2nd fret again, 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and back to the 3rd fret, and we're going to play this twice, and again we're going to bend the second time. That bend and return. I think to the pitch of the 5th fret. Then back to the 1st fret. 3rd string, and then an open 3rd string. So played through, we'll play it through slowly. It goes like this. as I said, all it's doing is it's following that vocal line. So if you get stuck or can't put it into context, just listen either to the solo or just what Kurt Cobain, the singer, is singing all throughout the song. So we play that twice. We play this twice through. And then after that, we're playing this. Really, really simple. So what we're doing, 3rd string, 1st fret, then an open string, and we're going to repeat that 3 times. So literally just. Then on the 4th time, we're doing this. So, like the others, 1st fret, open 3rd string, then we're playing the open 3rd string again, and then we're finishing on the 4th string, 3rd fret. Really, really simple and straightforward. Now, interestingly enough, for the 3rd verse of the song, if you give it a listen, all you're playing is you're hanging on to that note when you finish the solo. You're not playing as you usually would. Oh, wrong note. There we go. 4th string, 3rd fret. You're just hanging on that until you get to the final pre-chorus of the song. And this is the last part of the song, the outro. This is where everyone's playing really heavy, you know, the drums are really going, the singer's screaming. The lyric, I think, is Adonile. And what it goes like is this. Exactly the same chords as the chorus, but a slightly different rhythm, slightly more straightforward. So what we've got is down, 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 up, down. So we've got that F power chord, 1st fret of the top string, and then just moving it down, exactly the same as the chorus, but we're doing, and then moving to the 4th fret, power chord on the top string, 2 down, and we are following the exact same down, up, down. I don't know why it's played like this. I think it sounds a little bit goofy by itself. But in the context of the song, when everything's coming in, I guess maybe throwing in those bits might have just sounded a little bit odd. But I think it really works. So it's just a little bit of a change of rhythm. Have a listen to the end of the song. It might be a little bit hard to pick out because, as I said, everything is kind of like going, 10 out of 10 at that point. But that's the rhythm that I've picked out. So I'll play it slowly for you now. And just work on getting the phrasing right. As I said, if you're playing this, if you intend to play this in a band, then I don't think it really matters because everything's kind of going crazy at the end. I'm not sure anyone will, pick you apart at the end of your playing. But if you're learning this just for fun, or if you're learning it for a music piece for school or some sort of exam, then yeah, you want to get that rhythm down. And that's it. As I said, really easy, really straightforward song. if you just slow it down if you're having some problems, or just pop back to the other parts of this video, slow it down, rewind, just have a look at exactly what I'm playing and really getting the rhythm down. The rhythm is a really, really big part of this song. As a tip, have a listen to the song on YouTube. You can actually slow songs down by going onto the little settings and slowing it down, and that will help you sort of catch on to the rhythm and help you play along with the song. So, good luck with learning the song, and I hope you had fun with it. Thank you.